Good evening, friends. Welcome to a weekend show. We're going to review three matches, the two qualifiers and the eliminator. We now know the results. Basically, RCB will take on GT, and RCB won the first qualifier.
Yeah.
GT had to take on RR in the second qualifier after losing the first, which they won, and the eliminator won. RR eliminated SRH to set up a match with GT. So basically, three matches: one at Dharamsala and the two at New Chandigarh. We have Sudeep only. Unfortunately, Sanjana are not able to join. So starting off, Sudeep, three matches reviewing, starting off with
Yeah.
RCB and GT now.
Yeah.
And all the three matches were pretty high-scoring matches, all the three matches.
Yeah.
And RCB GT, RCB has qualified, and actually, coincidentally, these two teams again going to play.
Yeah.
Uh, now it looks, as we end up at the last match of the tournament, RCB looks to be a very, very solid side.
Yeah. Absolutely. They are. So before coming into this analysis, deeper analysis, one
Yeah.
thing, is very disappointing that all the three, qualifying matches have been one-sided. So pretty one-sided. There's been hardly been a. This is the feature of this
Yeah,
year's IPL. I don't know why. There's
yeah,
very,
you're
very
right.
few close matches actually
Even
this year.
the third match also, which
Yeah.
was at 219 yesterday, although
Yeah.
the score suggests that it was a tight match, it was actually
No,
very one-sided.
it was one-sided match. Absolutely
Yeah,
one-sided
yeah,
match because it was
absolutely.
Gujarat won it very, very comfortably. Actually,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Coming into the first match, actually, yeah,
Yeah,
RCB now it looks to be the most balanced side at the moment. With both batting and
and
bowling
bowling.
have
Absolutely.
very depth, I mean, a huge depth in batting and bowling. And Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is in the form of his life, and that is a big plus point for the RCB going at the moment. Their batting is very strong, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is really, I mean, he deserves a place in the
And
Indian
also
side.
one
I'm
thing,
telling
Sudeep,
you,
which you had
yeah,
said,
yeah.
Venkatesh Iyer at the top, I think, has made a
At the top,
difference.
yeah, and it is clicking to some extent, because
Yes, yes, yes.
the Jacob Dethel and Phil Salt were not getting the runs, and
Absolute,
at least
absolute.
this your Venkatesh Iyer is getting the start, the giving the start, and then maybe he's getting this. Last match he did
Another,
not score, but yeah,
another thing which we like to discuss with you is Krunal Pandya.
yeah,
Remarkable. His brother has been a total failure.
total
He's much
failure.
famed brother, but Krunal I mean, the low profile of brother of the two, but he's been in tremendous form, both bat and
Tremendous for
ball.
both bat and ball, and he is being promoted in the batting order, and he is
Correct.
performing in most of the matches. I mean, it's very difficult to dismiss him the way he's
Yes,
playing now.
yes. Last four innings, he has contributed with both.
I think he's making himself in contention for the T20 side, for the Indian
Yes,
T20 side. I
although
think
he's a little older, he's about
yeah,
35, but I think he
but
can make it.
he can make it. I think because
Yes,
if Surya Kumar can play, he's also 35, Surya Kumar. So
yes,
Surya
yes.
Kumar is, I think, his days are numbered as a
I think
international player.
so. Because with Hardik also with a very poor captaincy, now it looks like I don't think Sanju Samson. I think it is going to be Shreyas Iyer or Akshar. But Akshar, again, as we rightly said, we saw that media clip today that Akshar, along with Hardik and Rishabh
Yeah.
and Ajinkya Rahane, all these four are going to lose the captaincy.
Captaincy, absolutely, absolutely. And Aksar, I don't think he's in contention for, given his very dismal record in as a Delhi
And I think
Capitals
Akshar
captain.
also will not, Sudeep, I think he may not be in the Indian side also and Delhi side also. I have a feeling I think Delhi will
And
release him.
given, Krunal Pandya's form at the moment, I won't be surprised if he
Yes.
gets a look in the Indian T20 side at
It
least,
could be, could be, could be. At 35, we can get a look in, definitely.
And
Definitely.
This year I think we are going to play the Olympics also. I think
Yes.
Asian
Asian
Games,
Games. Correct,
Asian Games.
correct.
So we have a cricket.
That could be, yes. It is in August when India travels to Sri Lanka. So
Yeah.
obviously the B team will go. There's a possibility
There's
that
a possibility that the
Krunal will
Suryavanshi and
play.
other
Yes.
players will get a look in the Asian Games
I think
squad.
the Hardik Pandya issue, we might have a 15-minute show. We may have, because I was reading he has been sabotaged by four players. It looks like a soccer scenario,
All
but
the seniors,
all the
seniors are
seniors.
not happy with the
See, the
captaincy.
way he wanted to become a captain when he came back from Gujarat, and he's given the condition, he wanted that I would be the captain and only then I'll come back. So
Yeah,
obviously, you dislodge that Rohit Sharma thing, and Rohit
yeah.
was a very, very stable captain. So that is, I
Even
think, a factor.
Absolutely. Even Surya Kumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, and Rohit Sharma. I mean, these players, if you look at the body language this season, everybody was playing as an individual, not as a team, actually. That was the
And
biggest,
one thing, Sudeep,
yeah.
5 times champion finishing ninth or 10th, very bad,
Yeah,
very
very,
bad, I
very
think.
poor. It's one
Very
of the
poor
poorest
performance.
performance by Mumbai
Yes, along
in
with,
the IPL
I think,
history.
correct, along with CSK. CSK at least finished sixth.
Yeah.
So they have something to show off. Coming back to this match, although GT has qualified and Subman Gill had a fantastic run along with Sai Sudarshan, I think they are a little inconsistent as we saw in this match, the opening.
As we see, yeah. Opening plus, the Gujarat is heavily dependent on the top three. Actually, if the top
Yes,
three
yes.
fails, it puts extra additional pressure, extreme pressure on it because, the entire tournament, players like Nishant Sindhu and Washington
Correct.
Sundar, they have failed totally with the bat. They have
Yesterday
not
also,
performed that.
Washington Sundar, I was not very happy with it, the way he played.
His-
And we have been telling every match, Sudeep, you and I, that Washington Sundar either needs to be dropped or he can go down the order.
Yeah, because he is not a T20 player, first of all. Let's
Correct.
come to the
We have
point.
we have
He's not
discussed this. We discussed this long back, I
because
think, about 6, 7 months back.
he's not going to play a blasting knock, blistering knock or
Yes,
something
yes,
of that
yes.
sort because he's a more or less accumulator of runs, singles, twos
Absolute.
like this. He cannot hit
Absolute.
so many
Absolute.
sixes at a
So,
so he's
Sudeep,
not a T20 player.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we know the finalists, what do you think both the teams should do? What the teams should do in the final, because they are now going to again have a repeat of the qualifier.
Yeah.
So, do you think RCB will win again, or do you think GT will avenge?
See, GT, it all depends on how Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan plays, and they can hope, that, but mind you, GT's bowling is good. GT's
Yeah,
bowling is
true.
good, with the
Rabada is in a tremendous form.
Rabada, with Mohammad Siraj, and Rashid,
Yes,
of course, Prasidh Krishna, and
yes.
Jason Holder. Why not?
I
Jason
think I was
Holder is
reading
having a
an
dream
article
run.
on Cricket Info that I think except for the first the qualifier, I think he has picked up wickets in his power play match, power play in every match.
Every
Siraj,
match, and
almost every match he has picked.
And Jason Holder is having a dream run, at the moment,
Yes, yes.
He's
We
playing
we
very
were
well.
discussing that the moment it happened.
Yeah.
We were discussing that, and he
In
came back. I
fact,
think a lot of things that we had discussed are happening
yeah.
actually.
In
It
fact, their
is.
fortunes, turned, for the better, once
Yes,
Jason
yes.
Holder came into the playing
And
11. Yeah.
in our initial discussions, if you remember the
We had,
early
we were
April, till
discussing,
that
that
time,
he should get a look at.
PBK's, RR and RCB were there in the top three. There was no GT at all.
No
And
GT at
GT
all,
came into the consideration, and DC was
Uh,
there.
In
GT
fact,
and SRH were
GT,
not in our consideration.
we had DC also in the contention at
Yes,
that time,
DC flattered very badly, flattered
Absolutely.
very, very
And
badly. And
GT, in
I
fact,
think
started on a very poor note in the
poor
tournament,
note.
if you
Yes,
remember.
yes,
And then they
yes.
gradually picked up, and now they have peaked,
And
Now they
no,
have
but
peaked.
I read the article which I forwarded also in the group that I think, along with Rishabh Pant and Ajinkya Rahane, I think Akshar Patel's captaincy somehow looks very off
I
color.
think they are going to hand it over to KL Rahul again if
Could be,
everything
could
goes
be.
right,
And KL
next
Rahul is
season.
33. He's got time. He's got
Yeah,
time in hand.
he has got 2-3 years more, in
More,
international
3 years.
cricket. So
And he's
he
in
can
good
play
form
easily.
also. He's in good
He's
form
in good
also.
form, yeah. And captain, he can handle the pressure. That is the best
Yeah.
part, That is the
I
best
think he did
part.
well in England and Australia both.
He's
So
one
it's
of the,
quite seasoned now.
in the Indian team, I think he's one of the most intelligent players, in the Indian
Yes,
team.
yes.
If you have seen the recent matches of India, in England,
Correct.
for
Correct.
this, the review, people, all the players used to consult, Rahul, Shubman Gill and
Correct.
others, for
Absolutely.
taking
Absolutely.
the third umpire review. He
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
very sharp brain and sharp eyes also.
Yeah. True, true. And being a wicketkeeper, that helps also from behind the
Yeah,
wicket.
absolutely,
Very true.
absolutely.
So, first match. So,
Yeah.
what do you think are going to be the changes, Sudeep, before we go on to the second match? So, what do you think are the changes? The same team for both the matches?
I think more or less because I've got the news as far because the Venkatesh Iyer they are going to persist because Phil Salt is not going to play the final.
So,
Phil
you think
Salt.
Team David plays for
Team
RCB?
David will play. Team David will play because he is a utility player. Because once he gets going in the slog overs, he can easily.
Romario Shepherd. I am
Yeah.
yet to get an understanding of
Romario Shepherd did not play, I think, in the last match. I think. Yeah.
Yes, he did. He bowled.
He bowled, huh? Okay.
Yes, 1 over. Only 1 over.
On 15 runs he got.
And he didn't bat.
This is the gray area of this. I don't know why they are. He was, I think, the super sub, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he was an impact. I think impact. He was an
Impact
player.
My God,
Yes,
Romario
yes,
Shepherd.
Yes,
has
Jacob Duffy
impact.
was taken off. Jacob Duffy taken off, and Romario Shepherd was. I have a some feeling that these players, this bits and pieces players are not working for
Romario
a lot of
Shepherd as
teams.
a bowler, I mean, it is something, it's a very baffling, actually, this kind of
Very baffling.
decision.
I
So
think RCB, GT, whoever wins the certain calls they'll have taken in the tournament, they need to look at it now.
they need to,
That's all.
a few
Yes.
things, Romario Shepherd, they need to take a call. And
Yeah.
GT, I think the Nishan Sindhu, I don't know if they want to
Yes.
replace with somebody, because this is the gray area.
Yes.
Nishan Sindhu has failed to perform in the entire
For
tournament.
GT, right?
And one worrying factor for GT is, Rashid Khan going for too many runs,
Yes. And not
Absolutely.
many. Although he's the third or fourth highest wicket taker. I think he's got 21 now.
Yesterday,
But he
two
has given a lot
overs.
of runs.
We're going to discuss this. Yesterday he went for 45
Yes.
runs in two
I think we'll
overs.
discuss in the third
Yeah,
match. We'll
third one.
discuss.
Yeah, yeah.
So finally, Sudeep, both these two, the best two teams are playing. I think the final. We can easily more or less conclude the best two
Best
teams
two
playing.
teams. Yeah, I
I
would have
think
loved to
SRH
see.
is very unlucky, but we'll discuss SRH in the
I
next.
love. I
I
would have
thought
loved to
SRH should
see.
have qualified.
Punjab messed up their cases. It was
Punjab
totally
messed
their
up
fault.
big time. I'm shocked with Punjab, still shocked.
Punjab. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
SRH with Abhishek and Travis Head again failing in a very wrong time. So I
Yeah.
think that is something we should discuss. So thanks, Sudeep. We come to the end of the first review now, the
Thank you.
first qualifier. So we move to the second qualifier, which is the eliminator, which was SRH and RR.